the one time she'd tried to leave him. A shudder passed through her. She didn't have time to think about that. She needed to stay focused on this moment, on this situation. If she lost concentration for even a second, he would pounce, and she knew that this time she wouldn't see daylight ever again. He kept his eye on her as he sat on the edge of the bed and untied his work boots, looking as if he had all the time in the world. In his mind, he did. Still, the faster he got out of his clothes, the more ready he would be to torture her in the most sadistic ways possible. She thought about running while he was tugging first one boot off and then the other, but it wouldn't give her enough of a head start. No, she had to plan this just right. Lately, the beatings had been worse than ever before. Bad enough, in fact, that she couldn't take it anymore, even if she died trying to escape. And she might. She'd saved some money he'd be furious about if he knew what she was doing. And she'd been planning on leaving in 2 days. That was when he had the long shift. She'd be several hundred miles away before he ever knew. Even with his resources, he wouldn't find her. Not this time. She shuddered when she thought back to the last time she'd tried to leave. She was trying to concentrate on the here and now, but her mind had other ideas. That attempted escape had landed her in the hospital for 2 weeks, in intensive care. She'd even tried pressing charges, but somehow the paperwork had been buried. He'd warned her that if she tried that again, she wouldn't wake up. She believed him. So now they were in a face-off. She was so close to freedom. So close. "Are you listening to me, bitch?" Misty froze. He'd stood back up and drawn a couple of steps closer to her. "I swear, Jessie, I didn't see anything. I won't tell a soul. I was just looking for a sweatshirt." "Yeah, that's what my last ex said, too. Then the whore ran to the cops, my buddies. They were good enough to tell me about the lying little tramp. Do you see her around, Misty?" "No," she practically sobbed. "Yeah, no one will see her around again," he said, with a glint in his eyes that increased her terror. "And no one will ever run to my buddies spilling lies about me again either." "I wouldn't do that," she said. What was the fastest escape? If she could get away, she'd be fine. But she couldn't let her eyes dart around or he'd see it. And he was still in his police uniform, and she was very aware of the gun on his hip. What would he tell the cops, the Brotherhood who would vouch for him? Probably that she'd brought in the drugs, he'd seen them and confronted her, and then she went crazy. She was sure he'd plant a gun on her, make it look convincing. They'd pat him on the back, tell him he was one lucky bastard to have gotten out alive. She'd become nothing but some paperwork, her body cremated because there was no one to pay for a casket and bury her, and because he wouldn't want even her body to remain on this earth. She'd go up in smoke and never be thought of again. Maybe that was for the best. Her life was one long nightmare. Wait, she was thinking of giving up? The hell she would. Everyone deserved a chance to survive, to really live. She was no different. Her spine stiffened. There was no way she'd just roll over. This man might very well get away with killing her, and he might do it all too easily. It might be a short-lived battle, but at least she'd go down fighting. "Stay here!" And Jessie had no doubt she'd do exactly that. Why would she try to escape? She'd tried that once, and it had only made her punishment worse. He moved toward his private room across the short hallway, and she heard the drawer open. Oh, shit.